Hey, I'm Scott.
And I'm Melissa.
And this is the Walsh Fam Podcast. Yes, hey, and welcome to the Walsh Fam Podcast. It's the show where two people talk about life with you people. I'm Scott Walsh, and I'm joined, as always, by the magnificent Melissa Walsh.
Hey, that's me.
Absolutely.
I think this is going to be a fun episode today. Let's kick it off by talking about our candle of the day. This is a 3-wick scented candle. The scent is pumpkin, coffee, and vanilla cream. Let's see if it lives up to that. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm getting here.
Pumpkin, coffee, and vanilla cream.
Take a sniff, Scotty.
Ooh, that's nice. Very fit. Goodness gracious, that was aggressive.
Anyway, let's get this lit. It's lit.
As you know, we do a candle review every episode. We're going to get this candle going, smell it throughout the episode, and then at the end of today's episode, we will let you know our rating and review of the candle. Melissa is trying to light a match over there. Oh, there we go.
These matches are dangerous. I have used them many times, and the flame gets very big, very fast, and I always think I'm going to burn something down.
Seems to be a pretty serious match. I can say that. But I will say that you handled that situation very well. All 3 wicks with one match. I didn't know if you could do it, but you've done it.
Oh, I knew I could do it.
And right away, I'm loving the smell of that. Right now, it mostly just smells like matches. But
Smells like a match.
I like the smell of matches. I don't know
Well, we
about
could
you.
just stop at matches next time.
Just review the match?
Yes.
No, I think we'll stick with the
A
candles.
lot less interesting.
So anyway, stick around till the end of the episode. We're going to be giving a rating and a review of this candle for you so you know if you need to pick up your own.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, it's about the start of the year, Melissa, and I don't know about you, but the start of the year always is exciting for me. A lot to look forward to this year. One thing I'm looking forward to, and I wanted to pitch this to you to start out the episode, and this is totally new to you, but I just want to throw it out there. I've got a New Year's resolution for this year.
Oh, okay.
It is to go entirely undefeated for the whole year in Monopoly against you.
Oh, no. Well, you're off to a great start,
I am
Scott.
off to a fantastic start on that New Year's resolution.
We have been on a Monopoly kick, and I am usually good at Monopoly. I'm not just saying that. There was a time in our lives where I pretty much always beat you in Monopoly.
I think it was in this house, but it was many years ago.
Yeah.
And I think you beat me several times in a row. And then I didn't want to play for many years because I don't like losing.
So because I was so good at it, I recently said we should play Monopoly again. And it has not gone as well for me.
I'll be honest, when you pitched playing Monopoly the other day, I was not looking forward to it. For some reason, I've never thought of Monopoly as a very fun game. What? It's not one that I gravitate towards. I don't know why. I think it's got, a reputation of taking like 5 hours to play. And I'm like, that's a lot of time to sink into a board game.
Fair enough.
But when we played, it was very fun. And I think part of that is because I absolutely destroyed you.
Yeah, you really, really did. And I'm determined to beat you soon.
We've played 2 matches so far.
Yes.
And both have gone my favor.
And both times Scott has cheated to make me feel better about how badly I was playing and still won.
Oh yes, cheated in the sense
my favor.
In the sense that I gave you more of a chance than you really had.
It's not like you shouldn't have won. You definitely should have won probably much sooner.
The first game was close. You had more properties than me.
Yeah.
And you started building houses and I was behind on that. But somehow the tides turned. I will say, in these 2 matches, you've been very unlucky. You've been landing on all of my properties, and I've not been landing on any of yours.
I have figured out what my downfall is.
Oh. Are you going to reveal it to me?
Yeah, I am. It's a weakness that I have.
Oh,
and it's
I know. Don't say it. It's you love Marvin Gardens.
It's that I love Marvin Gardens. I will do anything and everything to acquire Marvin Gardens, even if it means giving you properties or you can put hotel. I'll do anything to have it.
I don't know if this is in the Monopoly rules, but we allow like whatever you want in terms of trading or offering deals. I know in the rule book, and this is a thing for Monopoly now. We found this out the other night. All in the rule book is all of these adjustments to the rules. Like, I thought you put money in the middle of the board.
Then you get it if you land on free parking.
Right. So if you have a community chest and it says like you pay $10, in hospital fees or whatever, you put that in the middle. And then when you land on free parking, they take it away. Now in the rules, it says never put money in the middle. And when you land on free parking, nothing happens.
Because it makes the game take longer because people are getting more money. So I guess they took it out. I Googled it and it said that you should put money in the middle. But now the printed rule book in Monopoly says don't.
I'm wondering if maybe this version of Monopoly that we have is like a specific rapid version, because all of the rules are like trying to urge you to like get it done quicker. I think they're trying to rebrand maybe as like maybe they feel like their sales are low because they're branded as the game that takes like 10 hours to play.
That's what I love about it.
I know, it's fun. You could play for like across multiple days sometimes. With two people, we get through it pretty quick.
I lose pretty quickly.
Anyways, in our version, we allow any sorts of trades, any sorts of deals at any point. If anyone wants to offer up a trade and a deal, we allow it.
That doesn't mean we have to take it. But listen, if it's Marvin Gardens,
you're taking
I am getting Marvin Gardens. I'll give you all my cash.
Yes.
I'll give you any property pretty much that you want.
Yes.
I have to have it. And I don't know why that's been like a thing for me for a very most of my life. I know I've always wanted Marvin
Gardens. And that's the yellow properties. And you always try to snag up those yellows.
Gotta have it.
What I got lucky with yesterday, we played last night, is I landed on all of the properties that prevented you from getting a full set. So you may have had Ventnor and whatever the other yellow one is.
Yeah.
And I landed on Marvin Gardens, and I would buy it because then you can't have it and you can't get the full set.
And that's going to get me all riled up if I can't have Marvin Gardens.
You hated not having Marvin Gardens.
But I got it.
Eventually, I traded you for it.
Yeah, for properties that then were my downfall.
Yeah. Well, you were, as I said last night, you were doomed at that point. Because here's the situation. I had the only set on the board. I had a full set on the red properties, and you couldn't get any sets because I had pieces or properties that would prevent you from getting the sets.
Yeah.
But I offered you up a trade for Marvin Gardens, giving you a set, which was your only little chance of winning. But
we argued about this deal for probably
20 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to say 15 or 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Because it was a bad deal for me, but I really wanted Marvin Gardens.
Well, it was a bad deal for you, but it was also your only chance at winning. Because as I told you yesterday, if you have no sets, you're not going to win the game. Because it's all about getting the sets, because then you can buy houses on them.
Yeah.
So.
True.
But then even after you traded for Marvin Gardens, you got that set. I had my set. You kept landing on mine, and I never once landed on any of your
Guess
yellows.
where nobody ever lands? Marvin Gardens.
Yeah. Well, I guess I landed on it once to buy it, and then never again.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's been fun. I think I would have had a lot less fun if I had lost one or both of our games. I don't like losing.
I'm pretty good at keeping a good attitude about it.
Do you go into the game with the strategy? Like, do you know what you're looking for?
Yeah, I do. I'll never tell you what it is. Obviously, it's not working right now.
Well, yeah, you're 0-2 on the year. How do you feel about railroads?
I think it's important to have them only because you either want to have them all because then people owe you money a lot, or just to keep somebody from not owning them all. So even if you just buy one and you're not really that interested in them, like you should have at least one. One or all.
Interesting.
But definitely not none.
Yeah, the first game we played, I wound up with all four of them.
Yeah.
And it did well
was
for me.
pretty
You landed on them a
detrimental.
bunch. But they max out at $200.
Yeah, but if you don't have $200, then you have to mortgage your properties. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, but even $200, when you get houses on properties, you might owe $1,000.
Yeah.
So in the grand scheme of things, I don't know. I'm still iffy on it. I'm still figuring out my strategy.
I think that it worked for you.
And when I say that I don't like losing, I cannot tell you how many brain calories I've expended since we started playing on thinking of how I could play better in the future. Now, there's a lot of luck involved too, because you got to roll the right numbers to get to the spaces you want. But
yeah, or miss spaces, or
right. But I was not expecting that over this winter break we would play as much Monopoly as we have.
Yes.
But I've enjoyed it.
I agree. And maybe we should play after this episode.
I think we probably will. I don't know if you can. It's been a little bit noisy in here because it is snowing and sleeting.
It's like a
crazy out there.
snowstorm. I've heard thunder since we sat down.
Yeah, I think this morning when I checked, it said we had 2 or 3 inches, and then we were going to get like another 10 or 12 inches today.
I love it.
So
You know who else loves it? The dogs love it.
Yes.
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 Yep.
They went out for the bathroom this morning, and we only had a couple inches, but they still like it. If we get a bunch more today, I'm taking them out there.
Oh, for sure.
And we're playing in the woods.
Absolutely. Yeah. All I can smell right now is the matches. I can't smell this candle at all.
It kind of does just smell like fire.
It just smells like something's burning, like not in a good way.
I don't know, like...
We're safe, right?
Yes, we're safe.
Oh, okay.
You put that match out, didn't you?
Yeah. Let me double check. Yep, it's out.
Absolutely. No, we're safe. I'm curious about candles, and I've been thinking about this too. I don't know if you know. What causes like the smell of the candle? It's obviously like the wax is scented, but why is it that when the wax melts, then you can smell it?
You can smell it without it melting. That's why we smell it at the beginning.
But you have to get up close to it. Like it never fills a room. Otherwise, you would just buy a candle and never light it.
Yeah.
Because it would just, if it worked. But
I don't know if you've ever smelled like burning hair. It's definitely a lot worse when it's burning than when it's just hair.
Where did that come from?
Have you ever smelled? Probably because I'm a girl, like curling your hair. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean,
obviously
that would smell worse.
Thinking,
burning hair would smell better than non-burning hair.
Thinking of things that like smell more intensely when they're on fire. And that's what came to mind.
Is it just the case that everything releases their smell more once it's on fire?
Maybe we should do a series where we light things on fire and see if you can smell it more or less. Let's leave that to Good Mythical Mornings.
That does sound like something they would do. What? Okay. Well, now
I don't have an answer for you.
My mind is going crazy now because now I'm thinking about everything that. No, I can't go down that rabbit trail.
This is weird.
Yeah, you're right though. What? I'm not. Oh, I think I'm starting to get a little bit.
I'm seeing more like
pumpkin.
Pulling of the wax.
It takes a while
takes
for all of it to start melting, and then I think you get.
We need to yap more before we can really.
Oh, we're absolutely going to yap more.
So what are we yapping about next? What about this creme sweater you're wearing?
Oh, what about it?
Tell us about it, Scott.
Well,
the fashion of it.
This is my second time wearing it. I'm a little bit nervous about it.
And what do we call it?
A creme sweater.
Why do we call it that?
Because it's cream colored. I don't know why. I feel like every couple has some weird, like, goofy language they use when they're around each other. And that's just one of the random things that we've come up with. This is no longer my cream sweater. It's the creme sweater.
Yeah, it sounds like fancy.
Mm-hmm. I wore it to my parents' house on Christmas. That was the first time.
Yeah.
It is. I feel like I don't know if I can pull it off. Maybe the people at home can let me know what they think about it.
Yeah.
If they're watching the video version on YouTube.
I think I have a biased opinion, so I'm going to leave it to the viewers.
No, what do you
comment.
think about it?
I think it's good.
Well, you bought it for me.
I did.
Yeah.
Very biased opinion. I'm also married to you.
You probably think I look good in everything.
No, that's not true.
Not everything?
No, there are some things that I specifically think that it's time for you to throw away.
Do you have any examples that are top of mind?
Yeah, anything that says high school on it that you're still
I
wearing
knew you would bring
this day. Scott, how old are you?
29. I had to think about it.
So, like, how many years ago were you in high school?
11 or 12.
Yeah, 11 or 12. I don't think you need to wear your high school, like, basketball t-shirt anymore.
Here's the thing. One, it still fits me.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
No. There have been other shirts that you have called me out on, and you're correct that they've gotten too small for me. Yeah. Or rather, maybe I've gotten too large for them.
No, they're shrinking for sure.
A combination of both, maybe. I'm definitely larger than I was in high school.
As you should be.
But this specific one, my maroon rec league basketball t-shirt, still fits me.
It's a crop top.
It's not. It's not.
Sometimes I can see your belly button.
There's no navel. Absolutely. No, there's not. I mean, I lift my arms above my head, maybe.
That's like the test of if you should wear something or not.
Most of the shirts I own, if I lift my hands over my head, they're going to bunch up.
No, that's just not. As the woman who shops for you, It's just
You
not
probably
true.
buy 90% of my clothes.
And I've been buying you, I'll tell you, I've been buying you size longs because nobody needs to see your belly button if you have to raise your hand or something.
I like that going forward, but
You like showing your belly
no,
button?
no, no. I like having long
Okay.
t-shirts.
Full coverage, yeah.
Yeah, I like the slightly oversized because then one, I can grow into it if I need to.
It's just
that's
a little
not
more
off the
comfy.
table. Yes.
Yes, yeah. Anyway, keep the creme sweater. I'm just saying the high school tees can go.
Here's my other thing. One, it still fits me. I don't care what you say. It still fits me. It might be a little tight, but And two, I only wear it working out.
No.
And I only work out at home,
You wear it when you're not working out.
but never in public.
But why? Listen. Why do I have to suffer through seeing you wear this shirt, but nobody else does? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you could spare me this shirt, but you don't care if I see it.
Spare you the shirt. Like, this is some intense, like, drag on your life, having to see me wearing.
At this
shirt.
point, it is a source of anger. Like, I hate to see
Anger?
this burgundy shirt coming because I've asked you so many times to get rid of it, and it's just not happening.
Is this a source of anger? I didn't know it had escalated that much.
Not sincere anger, but definitely it makes me a little bitter towards you.
Oh my gosh.
To where I'm like, oh gosh, not this shirt.
My thing is, if I get rid of all of those shirts, which I still have a bunch of them, I'm not going to have any shirts to work out in. I'm going to have to go out and buy some.
That's not true.
What do you mean?
You have other shirts that you could work out in.
A couple, but you need a lot. You
No,
need,
you
or if I'm
because-
going outside and like raking leaves, I don't want to wear one of my nice shirts. I want to wear like an old shirt.
I think you have some good in-betweens to where it would be okay to get rid of. There's 2 shirts that need to go.
Name them.
Burgundy
Right.
and your college shirt that's very crackly with the logo on it.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, you know, when something has like an iron-on and it's cracking, like you don't need to. It looks like the desert, and it's not like a style choice.
Okay, I know exactly the shirt you're talking about. Let me tell you my caveats on that one because I have reasons for all these. I've already explained my maroon
Reasons
t-shirt.
or excuses?
No, valid points to my position. The one with the crackly letters. I don't wear it in public.
That's a lie.
Well, but here's the caveat to that. If I wear it, I've worn it within the past couple weeks.
Yeah, I
but I
know.
only wear it under hoodies.
No.
Yes.
No.
No,
You're
I've not worn it
lying
out.
to the public.
Are you serious?
Yes.
When did I wear it?
You'll like put it on and go to the grocery store, or like you'll wear it in public. I think you're blind to it,
Oh my
Scott.
gosh.
I think this is really serious.
Oh no.
I think you should stick to creme sweaters and long t-shirts for men.
Wow. I've got a lot to process.
I think so.
I know we were maybe going to play Monopoly after this, but I think I might need some time.
Maybe we should play for like to get rid of something.
You want to put something on the line? Like if I
Only
win,
for you.
If I win, I can keep.
Yeah, and if
My old
I win,
t-shirts.
get rid of it, and then we'll play 100 times until they're gone.
Oh, only one T-shirt per game.
Yes.
I don't have 100 bad T-shirts.
No, you have like 2 terrible ones, and the rest I can live with.
They're not terrible.
They have.
I only
to go.
wear them at home.
Lie.
I'm feeling attacked personally. We were just talking about my creme sweater.
It's a
and
good
then
sweater.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, very handsome.
Thank you.
You look darling today.
You try to get me. We were talking. I'll try to get us back on track. But talking about the creme sweater,
Yeah.
you buy me most of my clothes,
Yeah, I like enjoy gifting you like outfits and things.
and I'm not.
It's not that you need someone to shop for you.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm not the kind of person that would choose, like, if I have some money to spend it on like new clothes.
Yeah.
I'm the kind of person that's like, well, what I have is good enough, so I don't need. But you try to get me things when you buy me clothes to try to push my boundaries a little bit.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think it always works.
I
You
don't-
always like it.
I know, but like even this creme sweater, I don't know if I can pull it off.
You're pulling it off right now.
I'm still assessing.
Partially you look like you should have like a big fluffy cat on your lap and like a pipe or something.
This sweater is like old money.
It's like sophisticated.
Oh.
Yeah, and all sophisticated men
have cats on their laps.
Apparently. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
I wouldn't mind that. We've been talking about getting a cat.
Yeah, we have.
Well, you've been talking about getting me a cat, and I've been telling you, please don't.
But you secretly do want it, but I'm not going to get you
I would
one.
love to have a cat, but I feel like now's not the time. I feel like we're good where we're at.
We could circle back to the cat later.
I think we both know that sometime in our future, there's a cat involved.
For sure. And like goats and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's further down the line.
More
like,
than just a cat.
That's further down the line. I could see a cat like in the next couple years.
Yeah.
Right. Goats
5.
Not at our current
3.
property.
I don't think that's legal here.
No, I don't think. I think the HOA would have some issues
I think they
with
would
the goat situation.
be upset about the goats.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, everyone tells Scott he looks handsome in his creme sweater.
No, I don't need that. No, don't tell me I look good.
Whatever.
Creme sweater.
I'm starting to smell the candle,
I absolutely.
and I appreciate it. And that's all I'll say for now.
It's oh yeah. We don't have to spoil it all, but I'm liking it. It's a fitting candle for the day. It's very snowy out and cold, and this is a nice warm scent with
I
the
feel
pumpkin.
cozy.
Mm-hmm. I do too.
Yeah.
We tried to. I'm gonna go behind the scenes, if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
We're trying to cozy up the podcast set.
Yeah.
So if you're watching on YouTube, we've got the lights down a little bit from where they were. We need to. We're thinking of redecorating a little bit, some behind the scenes podcast stuff, just to spruce it up for the new year. So some things coming, but that's kind of the vibe in here, warm and cozy. And I think this candle is really encapsulating that.
I agree. These conversations that we have on the podcast, we kind of like look forward to, and I look forward to like the cozy vibes while we like chill and chat. I like it. It's good.
I agree. Well, what should we chat about next? You got anything on the docket?
Yes, I do actually. I was thinking about a time recently where you were kind of held at gunpoint, like a little bit. Don't be concerned, but that's the end of the story.
Hold on.
Let's start at the beginning of the story.
Okay, I know what you're talking about, and you're drastically overselling it.
I am.
Held at gunpoint? That's okay. That's a little bit dramatic.
It's a lot dramatic, actually.
You're talking about my hiking trip.
Yeah, your hiking trip.
Yeah,
Your solo hiking trip.
absolutely.
Solo hiking camping trip.
Solo hiking camping trip.
Yeah, I think like just walk me through it because there's a lot that happened over this like one night trip. And I just want to know all the things. Like, it sounds like something only a crazy person would do. Let's start with the temperature.
The temperature was cold. That's how I like it. I've been wanting to do this for many years. Okay, and you know this.
Yeah.
But for some reason I haven't. The reason mostly was scared because like
A little spooked.
the idea of just being in the woods in the middle of the night and it's like pitch black all by yourself is like a little terrifying to me. But that wound up being not really an issue.
That would freak me out. Even when we've gone camping with like a group of people, the middle of the night when it's dark out and like you're a little too far from your car to go to it in the middle. Like, it's like, that is freaky.
Oh, I was definitely too far from my car to get back to it. I went in first day. I was going to hike into a camping location, stay there overnight, and hike out. And the location is on the top of Bell Mountain, which is the 4th tallest mountain peak in the state of Missouri.
Ooh.
That's not very exciting because Missouri doesn't really have like mountains. But still, it's a bit of a hike to get up there. So I'm hiking in, and I know in my head that about 2 miles in on the hike, I'm going to hit a fork in the trail.
Yeah.
Because the trail turns into a loop. So you go out, you hit the fork, and then it goes left or right, and either way they loop around. So that's the point where they loop from. What I didn't know was that before I got to that fork, there was another fork in the trail. And so I knew when I hit the fork, I'm going to go right. Okay. But there was a fork before the fork I was aware of.
A pre-fork fork.
Yeah, the pre-fork.
Yes.
And so I hit the pre-fork and I'm thinking it's the fork.
Yeah.
And so I go right. And that's not the way I needed to go on the pre-fork.
Oof.
So I take the wrong way and I've walked about 2 miles at this point in the wrong direction. I didn't know it, but I'm looking around and nothing looks familiar. And I've camped here before, so I kind of know what I'm looking for. And I don't know how I didn't know about the pre-fork.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
But I pull up my navigating app and I get some service and I realize I'm in the completely wrong area.
Yeah.
And now I have to hike 2 miles back and then take the correct direction, hit my fork, and then go up the correct mountain. So,
and the reason you had to do that, it's kind of a serious thing when you decide to go on a solo overnight camping trip. You want people to know your coordinates, where you are, like just in case something would go wrong or you didn't come home. You want people to know where you're at. So him being in the wrong area, no good. He kind of had to hike where he said he was going to be.
You were very concerned about the safety aspect of the trip.
What wife wouldn't be?
I guess. I don't know. To me, I didn't see really... I felt very confident about it, I can say.
Yeah.
I've done camping trips before, never alone, but I've never at any of those felt like at any point I was going to die.
That's good.
So
your confidence helped me feel at ease about it.
That's the thing. Yeah. You essentially just needed me to have a plan.
Yeah.
And tell you that plan very clearly.
Yeah. I am glad that you decided to go where you said you would be.
Yeah.
Even though it cost you. How many extra miles did that add to your hike?
4.
Ooh. And then what did you have to hike once you got back on course?
What do you mean?
Like how many more miles? How far were you from your campsite?
Oh, so I hiked like 2 miles in to the pre-fork. Took the wrong way for 2 miles. Backtracked that 2 miles. And then had about another 2 to 3 miles to get to the top. So we're talking 8 or 9 miles that first day.
Ooh.
And then like 5 miles back down the next day.
Wow. Why? Because you went an extra 4 miles out of your way.
Well, yeah, that's why the first day was longer.
It's like, why was your hike longer?
Correct. Yeah.
Because
of the surprise pre-fork.
Yeah, the fork.
Yeah.
The spork, we could call it.
Why would you call it a spork?
I don't know.
I like it. We'll call it the spork.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
so tell me more about this.
Well, okay. So all of that extra hiking wouldn't have been too bad. I was tired, but it was made worse by the fact that for whatever reason, and I still haven't figured out why, I was getting awful blisters on my feet.
Not blisties.
Blisties, yeah. The hiking boots that I wore, I've worn so many times before. We've hiked in them before. I think it was the socks.
Yeah, you borrowed my socks. My like thick hunting socks.
Yeah. And yeah, for whatever reason, that was not good. So my heels were a little bit tendy when I got to the top of the mountain. And then unfortunately the next day I had to get socked and booted up again and hike all the way back down. And when I got home, you can attest that my feet did not look good.
There are like holes in the back of your heels.
Mm-hmm.
It's honestly gross.
Yeah. Would I do it again? Sure. It was a fun time. I can't believe it's weird that like part of the point of it for me is for it to be like challenging.
Sure. Yeah.
If I went solo glamping, that might be fun, but it wouldn't be like an experience like this was. The weather got down to in the 20s overnight. It was like 24 degrees. So very cold. But I had enough gear, a tent and a sleeping bag that I felt comfortable. And the hike was tough and stuff. But part of the thing is to be alone, to like do it because it's challenging and to like overcome. So it's like, I feel good that I did.
Yeah.
Even though it kind of sucked a bit, overall, it was a good experience.
Yeah, I'm impressed, honestly. And I didn't feel good about it. Like, I felt very uneasy. But eventually, you made me feel like you had it and it was going to be okay. And you did it and you came back and
I did.
You didn't have that much fun the whole time. But I think you had a good experience. And you would probably do it again.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. For sure. I think we'll wait a while. Maybe next winter.
Yeah.
But definitely will do again. I will say, I can't. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I came back, and that day I did nap for like 5 hours after I got back. I got back at like, 2 in the afternoon or something like that, and I slept till like 7.
Yeah. When you said you were on your way home, I asked if you had any requests, and you were like, get the bed comfy, have the dogs ready to snuggle. Like,
Yes.
we're going to thaw out.
Oh, absolutely. Nothing better. Obviously, first thing you want is a shower.
Yeah.
Because that was gross. But then the next thing is I was just like, please, if I can come home and the bed is neatly made and it's got all the blankets on it and the house is cool, but like the bed is warm and comfy, the dogs are ready to snuggle, maybe get a candle going in the bedroom, which you did. It's like, that I can get home and just be peaceful.
Civilization.
It's good. You got to love civilization. I will say I would not want to live like I did on that camping trip all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you don't have to, thankfully.
Absolutely not.
But every once in a while, you can choose to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it's fun. I got to go out there, sit by the fire. Speaking of fires, is it time to review this candle?
I think it is.
Okay.
Okay. Let me really just sit for a second and like take it in.
This is making for great podcast material. People who are listening on audio. Oh, great. 7 seconds of silence.
Okay. So we're going to rate this candle out of what? Like 2?
As you know, we rank all of our candles out of 100.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
And this one, it is interesting when it comes time because you want to just take a minute and just take it in.
Yeah. I think I have my rating. But I want you to go first.
Can we do it at the same time? We normally take turns.
Okay.
Let's count it down and say them at the same time.
Okay.
It's what we're going to say 3, 2, 1, and then the number.
Yep.
No go, okay?
Yep.
All right, let me just make sure I got it. Okay, I've got it.
All right.
3, 2, 1, 73. Shh, no.
Way.
Are you serious? 73?
That's crazy. Have we ever had the same rating before?
No.
I feel like no. Why did you choose that rating? That's
Wait,
so weird.
Hold on. We need to talk about the fact that we both landed on 73.
It's just an accurate rating.
That's true.
I couldn't think of a different number that would be better to rate
That's
this
how
candle.
dialed in we are on our candle ratings. We become very good at this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Why?
That's crazy. Okay. 73. No, I mean, it smells great. It's nice and it's very warm and comforting. I think that's the pumpkin is coming through the most. I really like the form factor of it. I think it's beautiful. It's orange. It's nice, kind of clouded glass. The 3 wicks is always nice. I like it a lot. But it's not like blowing me away. We're not talking like in something in the 80s or up towards the 90s. It's like it's a good candle.
I think it would have to just be a little more like unique for me to rate it higher than a 73. I've smelled countless candles that smell exactly like this before.
That's true.
I don't think it's that special. I do think it's beautiful. I am a fan of a wide candle. I feel like it gives me like a slow burn. It lasts, and I like how it looks. It does smell delicious. It smells cozy and comfy, but it's not really like special or like standing out to me.
I agree. I feel like you get a lot of these kind of like fall or autumn scents with like the pumpkin. What else was in it?
Pumpkin, coffee, and vanilla.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you get a lot of vanilla candles.
I'm not smelling the coffee at all.
I'm getting a little bit.
I don't know.
I've got a hint of coffee, but it's mostly pumpkin to me.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
There you have it, 73.
73. All right, very good. Well, I mean, this has been a fun one. Monopoly, hiking, creme sweaters. It's been a wide range of topics.
All the most important things to talk about.
Okay, cool. Well, 73 for the candle. It's been a fun episode, Melissa.
100 for the cream sweater.
100 for the creme sweater. Thank you. Quick review of the creme sweater. Cool. All right. Well, that is going to be it for this episode of the Walsh Fam Podcast. Melissa, anything to say to the people?
Bye.
Okay. Bye.